BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
Hamas has returned the bodies of 2 Israeli hostages to Israel, a somber development that underscores the deep complexities and simmering tensions following a fragile ceasefire in Gaza. The handover occurred on Thursday, just one day after the temporary truce was severely tested by a wave of Israeli strikes that swept across the besieged Palestinian territory. The identities of the deceased hostages, Amiram and Sahar Baruch, have been confirmed by the Israeli military, which stated their remains were returned to Israel for burial following a meticulous identification process. This exchange comes within the framework of a broader ceasefire agreement, where Hamas had previously released all living hostages in exchange for the release of nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners and wartime detainees. Israel, in turn, had agreed to withdraw its forces, pause its offensive operations, and facilitate an increase in humanitarian aid entering the Gaza Strip. The agreement also stipulated that Hamas would hand over the remains of all 28 Israeli hostages confirmed to have perished. A deal struck in exchange for the release of 360 Palestinian militants. To date, Hamas has now relinquished the remains of 15 deceased hostages. However, significant friction persists, with Israel expressing impatience over what it perceives as Hamas's slow progress in handing over the remaining bodies. Hamas, conversely, contends that locating and retrieving all the deceased hostages' remains is a time-consuming endeavor amidst the ongoing devastation. For many Israeli families, the urgency is palpable, a desperate need to provide their loved ones with proper burials, coupled with the gnawing fear that their remains may be lost forever beneath the rubble of Gaza. This recovery dispute, tragically, is just one of several formidable obstacles complicating broader diplomatic efforts to achieve a lasting end to the Gaza conflict, including proposed plans aimed at stabilizing the region. The path forward remains fraught with challenges, notably the critical question of Gaza's future governance and the persistent demand for Hamas to disarm. Simultaneously, both sides continue to engage in a cycle of accusations and recriminations regarding alleged violations of the truce. In the days leading up to Thursday's grim handover, from Tuesday into Wednesday, Israel launched retaliatory bombardments in response to a Palestinian attack on its troops that resulted in the death of 1 soldier. Gaza's health authorities reported that these strikes claimed the lives of 104 Palestinians, with the Gaza Health Ministry specifying that 46 children and 20 women were among the fatalities. Israel maintained that its strikes were precisely targeted at militant infrastructure posing a threat to its forces. Eyewitness accounts described Israeli aircraft conducting multiple airstrikes in areas east of Khan Yunis in the southern Gaza Strip, while tanks reportedly shelled areas east of Gaza City in the north in the pre-dawn hours of Thursday, though no casualties were reported in those specific instances. The Israeli military confirmed carrying out precise strikes against terrorist infrastructure that posed a threat to the troops in areas where its forces remained deployed. Meanwhile, in Gaza, residents voiced profound apprehension regarding a potential resurgence of hostilities. "We're scared that another war will break out. Because we don't want a war. We've suffered 2 years of displacement. We don't know where to go or where to come," expressed Fathi al-Najjar, a displaced man speaking from a tent encampment in Khan Yunis. Amidst the stark realities of their displacement, images emerged of children diligently collecting water from communal containers and women preparing meals over makeshift clay ovens, a poignant testament to their resilience in the face of overwhelming adversity. The conflict has rendered over 2 million Palestinians in Gaza displaced, many repeatedly, with a pervasive fear of further displacement hindering their ability to return to their homes. The recovery and handover of fallen hostages' remains has become a poignant and emotionally charged symbol of the broader, intractable conflict, casting a long shadow over the hopes for peace and stability in the region.